Hi, my name is Cinzia Di Cioccio and I'm a belly dancer. I'm originally from Italy and I am here today to show you some steps, some basic steps to introduce you into belly dance. I belly dance since the late 90s, and so I've been dancing for the last 20 years of my life before I was doing other kind of dances. I'm really excited and happy to show you some more about this dance because this dance has done so much for me. It made me feel so comfortable with my body, it made me appreciate myself in every stage of my life. So, are you ready to start? I am very excited today because we are going to do this class with live drumming, and doesn't happen every day. So, I introduce you Asif. Asif is my husband. It happens that he's my husband, yes. And we work together. He drums normally and I dance, but we do a lot of more other things together, like cooking, for example. We make sound, and he also works with me when I teach yoga, and he's a sound healer. So we are very spoiled today, so be ready. So we start with a little bit of knowledge of your posture. When you're dancing, the feet are hip-width apart, and so you bend your knees very gently, not too much, just to have them soft. Engage your belly and just push your belly button in a way that you want to lengthen a little bit the lower part of your back. You roll your shoulders back and leave your arms free to dangle along your body. And so, once you have rolled your shoulder back, you remember to bring your chin parallel to the floor and put a smile on your face. Remember, we are dancing, we want to feel beautiful and we want to have fun. So, let's try. So, I'm going to bend my knees a little bit and we start by doing some shoulder rolls. Maestro, please. So, Asif is playing a nice 8/4 rhythm for me, for us. And we do the same thing forward. Just roll your shoulders. And now bend your head, your neck, and go side to side with your head. So without doing anything that you don't feel like to do, we just want to loosen up the body a little bit. And release your jaw. Last one, side to side. And come back to center. So I'm gonna turn like that, bend my knees, engage the belly, and put the hands on the thighs like this. So I'm gonna round the spine, engaging the belly, and do the opposite movement. So I'm doing this, keeping your legs bent. So we inhale and exhale. When you arch, inhale. When you round, exhale. Keep on going. Two more. Stay. Try to stay. And come up, release. Bring your feet like wider than your hips with the 2 feet that are pointing to the ankles, and bend your knees. You bend trying to keep the knees on the same line as your ankles. And we take the goddess pose because we are all goddesses. And extend and bend. Try to engage your belly. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, 2 more. Keep on going. And stay here. And bring your heel up on the right. Stay here. And back down. And left heel up. And down. Extend and close your feet. And relax. So the first step we are doing today is called Gwazi, and this word means soldier of love. I think it's a very romantic name for a dance step. So we start doing this step, bringing your feet hip width apart, and we just want to move side to side with the knees slightly bent without using the knees. So how does this happen? We're just moving the weight side to side. It can be helpful if you want to put your hands here. So I'm just sliding. Imagine that there is really an imaginary line where your hips are sliding side to side. So try to do this. And right and left. Engage your belly. Very well. Keep on going. Because in a while we're going to add a hip work. So come back to center. So when you go to the side, you want to go and bend a little bit now your knee, and then you just want to hit to the side like you're hitting something. Imagine, I like to imagine that I'm in the kitchen and there is a drawer and I want to close this drawer with my hip. So just bring the weight to center, prepare the knee a little bit and go to the side. So we do right and left. It can be also useful to think that keeping the knees bent, I'm contracting a little bit the right and the left glute. Also, these are very hearty movements, and so the strength is coming from the floor. So you will feel like your feet are pushing from the ground to give you the strength to go side to side. Let's try. Come back to center, bend the knee to the right, and hit. Come back to center, bend to the left, hit, and right, hit, and left, and hit, and right, and hit, and left, and hit. And let's try a little bit faster. So you can try with your arms open if you feel comfortable to do so. Otherwise, you bring your hands to the hips. And keep on going, right and left. Remember to keep the heels grounded on the floor. So it will be pretty natural to you to do this, but it's not the right thing to do for this step. So you just go, stay in place and push from the floor up to the side. And again. And rest. So the next move is going to be the same movement, but we repeat it twice per side. We are slightly angling our hips, so it's going to be side, come back to center, side. And come back to center, change side, side, come back to center, side. So it's going to be right, back to center, right, and left, back to center, left. Again, right, back to center, right, and left, back to center, left. Let's see with the music what it looks like. Right, back to center, and right, and stay, and left, back to center, and left, and stay, and right, back to center, right, and stay, and left, back to center, and left. A little bit faster. Right, right, left, left. Right, right, left, left, again, right, and left twice, and right, and left. So we're gonna now change our arms. So the arms are like more or less in this position, like I'm angling like this. So if you look me to the side, it's gonna look like that, but I'm gonna bring the arms up and up. So the long arm is showing me which direction the hip is working, and the other arm is staying up. When I switch, I do this movement. This position is not very easy, especially if you're not used to bring your arms up, so you just look up and your hands have to be in a position where you can see them easily. And just remember to roll your shoulders back. So it's not going to look something like that, but you have a very nice long neck. So we're going to do a very simple arms exercise. So we're going to bring the arms open like that, and we just do this movement, so flowing from one position to the other. Let's start. And 1, 2, switch. 1, 2, switch. 1, 2, switch. 1, 2, again. 1, 2, switch. 1, 2, switch. 1, 2, switch. 1, 2. We are gonna add the hip work, so the double Gwazi side to side to these arms. So it's gonna look like this. Same rhythm. 1, 2, switch. 1, 2, switch. 1, 2, switch. 1, 2, again. 1, 2, keep your heels down. 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 1, 2. One more. 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 1, 2, and rest. So now we try to put together the two movements that we have just done. So we're gonna do the Gwazi, so it's the single side to side, like hitting with your hips, okay, with the double, so always side to side, doubling, once on the right, once on the left. When we do this double Gwazi, it's called a diagonal shimmy, because all the shimmies in belly dance are every movement of the hips or all the shoulders. In particular, this is a 3/4 shimmy. Means that in a measure of time of the rhythm of 4, we have 3 times a movement, and 1 time there is like a pause. So it's gonna look something like that. 1, 2, 3, and the pause is the moment where you change your arms. So the hip work is gonna be just 3 times on 4. Now, let's try to put together these two movements. So Gwazi, right and left, and right and left, and right and left, and right and left. Diagonal shimmy. 1, 2, change. 1, 2, change. 1, 2, switch. 1, 2, again. Right, left. Gwazi, soldier of love. Ready to switch to diagonal shimmy. And again, and right and left. Engage your belly, push from the heels, bend your knees, and diagonal shimmy. Right and left, and right and left. One more time together. Right and left, and right and left, and right and left, and right and left. Diagonal shimmy. 1, 2, switch. 1, 2, switch. 1, 2, and 1, 2, and rest. I'm gonna turn so you can see me from the back and see what it looks like. I'm gonna do the full set for 4 times. Ready for Gwazi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Diagonal shimmy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, I'm not counting anymore. Try to follow me. And switch. Movement. Again, Gwazi. And diagonal shimmy. Last time. Gwazi. And diagonal shimmy. And rest. So all these movements are from Global Caravan Bellydance format. So I'm a Global Caravan master teacher, so I'm showing you this move knowing that they are from this format. So before we are gonna finish this first class together, I want you to train also the left side. So I'm gonna turn and do the same exercise for 2 sets on the left side. I'm starting on the left. So it's left and right and left and right and left and right and left and right, and diagonal shimmy to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, again, Gwazi left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, diagonal shimmy, left, and right, and left, and right, and relax. So I hope you enjoyed this first little introduction to belly dance, and there is a second one coming, so in the next one we have more moves to do together. We just do a very little stretch for the back. So inhale, bend your knees, always feet hip width apart, and interlace your fingers and go up. Just roll your belly button in, round the spine, exhale. Even chin to chest. And again, come up. Inhale, bend the right leg and the left. Stretch to the side. Look up if you don't have any neck problems. And release completely. Keeping your knees bent, just roll side to side like that. Leave your arms loose. And shake it out. So, I'll see you in the next class. Thanks to Asif for drumming for us, and I'll see you soon. Bye.